Hello dear friends, Chef to Yourself is again with you. I'm Jim Davis, and behind the camera is my co-creator, director and cameraman Svetlana Davis.
Hello.
Friends, today we'd like to take you to another culinary trip. Exciting one. Just close your eyes and imagine that you're on the beautiful tropical island with the smells of tropical fruits and flowers, tropical birds singing around you, and suddenly you smell an amazing smell of exotic food. Guys, today we'd like to introduce you to a dish called RaboEncendido, or in English, it's a braised oxtails in tomato sauce. Don't be afraid of this exotic dish. In essence, it's just another type of a stew, like an American stew. There are different recipes of this dish, but our favorite one is a dish so-called Cuban style, which we are happy to introduce you today. Okay, let's start. Our main ingredient is, of course, oxtails. We've got here about 4 pounds of it. Then we need some veggies: sweet peppers, fresco pepper, onion, celery, carrots, garlic. Got 2 different mixes of spices. We'll talk about them, friends, a little bit later. Tomato sauce, that's about 8 ounces. Sunflower, and icing on the cake, saffron. Let's start with the onion. Let's coarsely chop it. Well, and now, just like this. And the rest, it doesn't matter how the way you do it. Okay, and same, we're doing the same with the second part. So our onion is ready, guys. So let's put it into the dish. The next thing we've got to do will be garlic, because they will go to the skillet first. As of garlic, we're just gonna smash it like this. Probably, I believe that 4 cloves will be, probably 5. Quite enough. Now, we'll take another dish, and the second tier of the veggies which will go into the skillet will be peppers, carrots, and celery. We'll start with carrots. Just let's cut it, not very thick, but not very thin at the same time. Something like that. Now it's turn with our pepper. Let's clean it. And cut it. Also, guys, we need just coarsely chop it. Nothing special. Like this. And it goes together with our carrots. That's it. And what else do we have here? Some celery. Also, it should be very fine, but it shouldn't be very thick. Also, it will go with our carrots and peppers. And as of the fresco pepper, let's say a couple of words. It will go as a whole. Those of you who like really spicy, you can cut it, or you can take any other pepper like jalapenos, or bonnet pepper, which is killingly spicy. Whatever, it depends on your taste. But interestingly enough, also RaboEncendido in Spanish means tail on fire. That's not really spicy. Now that's a turn of our oxtails. I just want to tell you something about oxtails. You know, generally speaking, they are naturally fatty, and exactly this fact makes them so juicy and tender. But some of them could be really fat, and that's not good. You need to clean this fat out before that, like this. See, all additional fat was cut off of these pieces, and now they look very nice. So what we're gonna do? First of all, we're gonna salt them. Then I've got a special mixture created by myself for this particular dish. Actually, it's a mixture of red cayenne pepper and dry oregano. Let's sprinkle all over our meat. But save half of it for the other side. And another very important thing, I'm going to sprinkle it with some flour. Why? Can't explain. Flour will help us to seal all the juices inside the meat when we brown it. So just to save it, to receive as a final product, really juicy thing. Now let's just turn them over. All of them. Now doing absolutely the same, guys. Salt. Our special mixture. And some flour. That's it, dear friends. We're ready to go to the stove. So now we're browning our oxtails. I'm putting about 1/4 cup of olive oil into our skillet. Waiting for a minute to heat it up a little bit. Okay, I think oil is hot enough, and we'll start doing it. The general principle is, in the middle, the hottest part of the skillet, we are putting the largest pieces. I believe it's time to turn it. See how nice browny they're becoming. So they're ready. Let's put it in the pot. In this pot we're going to cook them with veggies. We're saving these oils because they're full of meat juices and aroma. And we will start with our spices. With spices in the middle. Because I wanted them to give all its aroma contains. Just for 30 seconds. See? And now it's time for our onions and garlic. Oh, the smell of spices, incredible. As I promised, I'll tell you about this mixture of spices we put into the skillet. It was cumin and dry ground oregano. That's it. Because of that, our onions becoming brownish. Because of meat juices and spices. We sauteed our onions about 2.5 minutes. And now we're adding our peppers, carrots, celery, and mix it well. Been sauteing that for approximately 2 minutes, and now it's time to add, guys, I stress it, just one tablespoon of flour, because it will help us to thicken the sauce. Stir for our tomato sauce. And immediately I'm adding 1 cup of water. Why? Because tomato sauce, it's a very, very dangerous thing. When your skillet is very, very hot, it can burst, and sometimes right into your face. Well, now we're gonna salt it. That's gonna be enough. Let's sizzle it for probably 2 more minutes. Now we're putting all this into our pot on our meat. Now we put it on the stove and adding water in order to cover our dish, and a pinch of saffron, which will give us a beautiful color of our stew. Well, we lowering the heat to low, covering with a lid, and leaving for at least 2 hours, but we will check it in an hour. I wish you could sense this, but you know what? You can make it and enjoy this aroma yourself. Well guys, 3 hours have passed. Let's take a look what we have here. Wow, hot. Well, it's still simmering. But look how beautiful it is. The smell is just, I cannot describe it. And let's take a look what we have here. The meat is definitely ready. Look, meat is getting off the bone. It means our dish is ready. Well, my friends, let's take a closer look what we have, what we've got. Wow, see, it's just getting off the bone. See how it is? How juicy it is, how tender it is. So you can see the bone. I don't need a knife. Just getting over the bone by itself. The goal has been reached. Guys, look at that. How it turned out. RaboEncendido, rice and beans. The way it should be. Well, and as usual, I'm trying to pair it, and since it's a relatively heavy dish, we should pair it with a relatively heavy wine. And old Cabernet Sauvignon is the best to pair it with. Guys, to your health. To you, being chefs to yourself. To you, always finding time for cooking. We'll see each other next Thursday. Be happy, be healthy. To you guys.